Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Got a great one from Blink-182 today. We're learning how to do I Miss You. So this one, it's got some really interesting kind of way the guitar parts are played, and there's a lot of layers on the recording, so you hear the bass line is really strong in this, and it kind of really carries a lot of the tune. And then there's a lot of orchestration as well, too, that you're hearing, so it can kind of be confusing. Like, which part's the guitar, which, what's going on here? So this is kind of a combination of kind of how Tom plays it live, but also I'm going to do another version that you can maybe get a little bit closer to the orchestra, along with the orchestra and everything, the string sections that you're hearing on the recording. You can hear that, the cellos and all this stuff. You can hear that line play that as well, even though that might not be what they're actually playing on the recording. You probably don't have a string section hanging out with you on a day-to-day basis, so it's basically an optional way of playing the chorus that it might sound a little bit closer to the album recording. But I'll show you both ways. All right, before I get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ring that notification bell, and please, if you really want to support what I do here on YouTube, you enjoy all these song lessons that I put out, the best way to support what I do is by joining my Guitar Academy. So if you don't know what my academy is, it contains all my guitar courses, from complete beginner courses to more advanced courses in technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone. You also get personalized support from me along the way. So if you just click the link in the description below, you get a free 7-day trial to it as well, so you can check it out and see if it's something that works for you. All right, I hope to see you there. So let's jump in here. Now we have this first riff that kind of carries the song all the way except for the chorus sections. So, now, I have a standard tuned guitar here, and we are capoed at the 2nd fret. So, we're not cheating here. We're not doing a capo simplified version. This is how it's actually played on the recording. So, you're going to have to use a capo here at the 2nd fret. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to call out the notes compared to the capo, which is what I usually do. So, if I'm like down here, I'll say, hey, play a C major in front of the capo, and then a D, and then A minor. I'm actually going to call out the fret numbers, the normal fret numbers, because a lot of it's happening up here, and it's just kind of confusing going, I played 7 frets in front of the capo, which is just, hard to count up. So I'm going to call out the actual fret numbers here. All right, so after you have this capo here, we're going to be at the 7th fret here. Not the 7th fret in front of the capo, the 7th fret of the actual guitar. So here we have the 3rd fret marker, okay? So we're going to play the 7th fret on the low E string. Then you can have the open A string, which obviously here is a B now, but we'll keep calling it an A for simplicity's sake. So 5th string open, how about that? And then we're going to have the octave of this lower note, so this is going to be the 9th fret on the D string. So you basically have an octave, pretty much the whole song is based off of this octave shape with the open A string ringing in between them. So that's the shape that you're going to be playing throughout the entire song. We're just going to be dragging that thing around. So we're going to, this main riff that starts, we're going to play this at the 7th fret here, then slide it up to the 11th fret. And then so we have the 11th fret there on the low E string, 13th fret on the D. So you have that same shape. By the way, you can play this top note with your ring finger instead of your pinky. Just make sure you can keep that open A string ringing. When you move up here, you still have the open A string ringing as well. So the 11th on the low E, 13th on the D. So hear this. So I kind of pick it, so just those bottom 3 strings, then pick it again, slide it up to the 11th fret, and then hit it a couple more times. Just so. Keep that open A string in there. So that's for the whole verse section. Which you hear that at the beginning of the song, but for the whole verse section. And then we get to the chorus. And now this is where things get really filled out with the orchestration and stuff. You hear this chorus riff first without any vocals. It goes back to the verse, and then we finally come in with Tom singing the chorus. So we're going to start here with how he normally plays this live, which is, if you listen on the recording, is also what's happening on the recording very closely, at least one of the guitar parts. So what he's doing is he's playing this kind of like this. Don't waste your time on me, you're already voice inside my head. Don't waste your time on me, you're already a voice inside my head. Ooh, that's really high. All right, so it's basically this chord that we started with before here at the 7th fret, and he holds that. Now, there is some, like, you hear this cello section building up and all this stuff that's really taking this. You hear that in there while he's doing this. I'm going to show you how to do that in a bit, so you can kind of do something that sounds like the chord. You can decide which one you play, but I believe this is what he's actually playing on guitar without underneath all those strings and stuff. So it's right here, this same octave shape here at the 7th fret, and then move up to the 9th fret. So we're still keeping that open A string between all of them. You're just dragging that same octave shape up. Then we're down here at the 4th fret, obviously 2 frets in front of the capo, that 4th fret. So the 4th fret on the guitar, then up to the 6th fret, and then back to the 7th. Play this. Should probably work on my singing chops if I'm going to try to do this kind of stuff. Anyway, just winging it. So 7, 9, 4, 6, 7. All right, so that is when you see him play live, is pretty much what he's doing. I did see a couple of live videos where he adds some variations in there. He'll do like this. So that sounds pretty cool too. It's like don't waste your time on me, you already. So it's that little extra move in there where he just moved this note down to the 6th fret there on the low before he transitioned to that one of that octave of the 9th. I'm sorry. The rest is the same. So I've seen a video of him doing that live as well too, but I think on the recording he's just kind of hanging out. Now, so that's what's probably actually going on in the recording, but like I said, there is a lot of layers, orchestration going on, and a bass line that's just kind of moving up, moves around a little bit more than that. So it felt when you're kind of doing that, and all that other stuff's going on, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound right. Well, let's do a version of it where we actually kind of recreate what the strings are doing as well, and like the bass line is. And that would be like this. Don't waste your time on me, you're already a voice inside my head. Don't waste your time on me, you're already a voice inside my head. Alright, so it's kind of something you're more used to hearing, even though it's probably not what the guitars are doing. It just kind of sounds closer to all that instrumentation. So let me show you what I'm doing there. Same octave shape. Just go 7, 9, 11, and then up to 14. And then the same ending. Voice inside my head. So this is 4, 6, 7, same ending. Alright, so it's really up to you which one you want to do. I think one is the way it's actually played, but it doesn't sound like the album, because the album has the guitars are actually not very loud in the mix. It's more, you're hearing more strings and more bass lines going on. You hear this lick, you hear that one pretty well, but when it gets to the chorus, they bury it and they add all that instrumentation on over it. So that part where it moves up kind of more closely matches what's going on when you combine the instrumentation and the acoustic guitar line. So I'll let you decide which one you want to do. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a beautiful track, but just has those two sections to it for the entire song. So it's something you probably knock out pretty quick. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.